Thank you very much for all of your calls, your comments into the show today. Talking now about a brand new record label that has popped up in town. This is students at the University of Gloucestershire. They're the minds behind it. And with a really interesting name as well that I'm tempted to hear more about. Golden Gutter Records. In the studio currently, you have the co-manager of the label, the co-manager. We've got lead singers of bands that have already signed with them. Minds behind it. This is Ben Hale, Robin Jones, Jack Sargent and Zach Beddis. Hello to all of you.
Hello.
How are we? All good?
Yeah, very well.
Talk to me then. Robin, I know co-manager of the label. How did this get going?
Well, essentially, it was just a module for uni. We were tasked with, making a record label or any kind of musical business and just pushing it as far as we could go. Turns out it's going great. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. So, I mean, coming up with the idea of having a record label, you might say, all right, we're music students, we love music, let's do a record label. How easy is that to actually then go and put into practice?
I wouldn't say it's really easy. There's a lot of things you have to consider. You need the right band, a good name, something that people are going to connect with. Hence Golden Gutter Records. So I guess you want to know what that means.
Absolutely.
So Golden Gutter, it was just an idea of you can find gems in the gutter. It was just Beat Harlows are a band that's quite rustic, indie.
And Zach, that's your band, isn't it? Beat Harlows.
That is, yeah.
Okay.
So we're finding these gems and we're going to push them out into the spotlight.
Golden Gutter Records. Bit of alliteration always works as well.
Oh, yeah.
I find. So you come up with this idea. You've got the name. But again, how do you then actually say, right, well, this is what we've got, this is the studio, this is how we manage this is how we attract people? What's the secret here?
For us, we were lucky enough to actually already know the band we've signed, Beat Harlows. And as we're students, we get unlimited access to the university studio. So for their EP, it didn't cost anything. It was all free.
Which is very attractive for bands, isn't it?
Yeah, certainly. It's certainly excessive at points.
Talk to me about Beat Harlows.
Well, we started about not long ago, maybe a year, something like that. And just sort of playing sort of different stuff to what's out there at the moment.
Yeah.
Slightly alternative. And having a lot of fun doing it, yeah. It's got a lot of energy and stuff. It's nice to find a sort of label that sort of encourages a bit of community and not so sort of cutthroat's not the right word. What's the right word? Combative.
Yeah.
So yeah,
just open and actually willing to take you in. We can actually hear a little bit of your music. Now, was this recorded at the studios in it's Park now campus, isn't it? Park campus.
That's right.
Okay, so this is Beat Harlows then. So this is one of their recordings. What's this song called?
Lifeboat Girl.
Lifeboat Girl. Okay, have a listen to this.
Follow the cracks of your heart like rivers of blood down to the ocean to be forgotten. Every girl, every lifeboat said, give me your heart now, give you your head.
Sounds good. Sounds really, really good.
Thank you very much.
So, am I right in saying that the studios at Park, I mean, they're actually fairly new, aren't they, when it comes to the recording material that you've got there?
Yeah. It's a lot different to... Where was it before? Pittville.
Yeah.
It's a different setup. Yeah. It's got everything you need.
What do you need to have a label that people actually want to come to?
Patience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patience and great staff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're on the PR side of things then.
Definitely.
But in terms of actually the equipment now needed, the technology side of things needed to make a record sound good, what do you need?
Well, at the studio they've got the new Logic 10 and Pro Tools, which is really good. They've got good mastering facilities as well, like the good speakers. So when you've mixed when you've recorded your track, you need to be able to hear it back accurately on like flat response speakers. So
no idea what he's talking about, but it sounds really impressive.
Yeah. So basically, when you listen to the music back, when you're correcting all the levels, you need to have a fully soundproof room in order to hear it accurately. Mm-hmm. And they've got some excellent facilities, like rooms specially designed just to mix and master in. So people like Marcus and Andrew Lansley are really helpful when it comes to like showing you what you need and things like that. And it's all free. If you were going to use like a professional studio, you'd probably be talking £300-400 a day.
Really?
Yeah, or 500.
And And one of the
Easy.
persons who are part of the label is Matt Kibble. He isn't actually with us today, but luckily he's on the team and he's a great producer and engineer in the studio.
This does all sound really, really professional. And it started off as just an assignment, a module.
Yeah. But like, bearing in mind when you're recording the band, like with Zach, he obviously needs to have an input on.
Yeah.
So, what would you say when you're recording? You take influences from people doing like Phil Spector and things.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, you certainly have something in mind, like a sound in mind then. And but it's nice that sort of people around you now to achieve that, even if I don't personally.
Yeah, and of course now you walk away EP recorded.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And that's
It's
it.
lovely.
Is this going to become a job for you guys? I mean, a full-time job? What's the sort of the aim here, the goal here?
Well, there's a lot of things we could do in the future. We're obviously going to be looking to get some new bands on board eventually. We're still trying to find that direction, I suppose, because two of us are actually photographers. We're doing a lot of videography at the minute as well. So we've got all kind of aspects of media covered, but we need to really find out where we're going to go with it.
Yeah, definitely.
And, we've got a lot to offer. So,
Is the hope one day you can make money from this?
Definitely.
Well, you need to make money in order to go further, don't you? So without money, after uni, it's going to be very difficult to use the facilities.
Yeah.
And things like that. Yes, definitely.
Golden Gutter Records. How can people get in contact with you if you're a band out there and you're listening?
Okay, you can find us on Twitter at golden_gutter. You could email us at goldenguttermusic@gmail.com or Facebook at the end /Golden Gutter Records. Hit us up.
And you don't have to be a university student or anything. You can just be a band who loves music.
As long as you're relatively close in the Gloucestershire area.
Yeah, if you're listening online in Poland, it might be a little bit difficult. But
yeah.
But yeah, within Gloucestershire. Well, guys, best of luck with this. How can we find out more about your band as well?
Beat Harlows. Again, Facebook /Beat Harlows, and there's a variety of others. SoundCloud.
Oh yeah, all of that stuff.
/Beat Harlows. It's always /Beat Harlows. It always will be.
And you can follow the link to Bandcamp through our Facebook as well.
You can do that sort of thing.
When's your next gig?
We're about. We're doing some busking for the Cheltenham Festival, just sort of hanging around town, doing that sort of thing. We play a lot in Bristol. I think we've got one. We're recording at the moment, but April 8th, I believe, Wednesday, at the Mother's Ruin in Bristol. That's going to be a big one.
Supporting the Vincents.
Excellent stuff. Well, guys, best of luck with this. Keep us up to date. Let us know any new bands that you get in as well. It's always good to keep in touch. And best of luck with Golden Gate. Best of luck with Golden Gutter as well. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you. Cheers.
There we go. It's happening right here in the county. As you'll know, many local artists on this show are always saying, just need a place to record. Well, if you're listening, Golden Gutter Records it is, based at the University of Gloucestershire, run there by the students. This is Jack Sargent, I can't even get my words out today, Robin Jones, Ben Hale, and you also heard there from Zach Bettis as well, lead singer of Beat Harlows. It's just coming up to 22 minutes past 2.
We challenge ourselves every 2 years for those who face challenges every day. We come together every 2 years for those communities who come together every day. We donate our money every 2 years for those who donate their time every day. We count the money we